Do you rate the Gen 3 game but still admire the concepts it has? Do you think it's too RNG? Well, do I have a deal for you? Introducing Bakugan Arsenal, the hottest new Generation 3 format today. Okay, maybe it won't be, but still, worth a shot, am I right? Bakugan Arsenal is a game mostly based off of Bakutech, but with a sprinkle of some Gen 2 aspects. I may or may not have snuck in the rules in my last video, so if you like that video, you'll like this format. Or you won't, I guess. Either way works. For a 2-player game, you'll need 3 Bakugan with their respective character cards, 3 special attack cards, don't pick them up yet because there is a very important ruling, 4 gate cards, and 3 brawler cards. Power rings, ripcords, and special attack bottoms are not allowed as they leave a mess and take away the strategy aspect. The requirements also apply in a 4-player game, except you will only have to bring 2 gate cards instead of 4. When a 2-player game starts, each player places 2 of their gate cards next to each other in the middle of the field. In a 4-player game, the starting gate cards are reduced to 1, and they are put in one of the 4 corners. There are rules for attaching special attack gear cards. This chart will explain everything. Regular core Bakugan and gold special attack Bakugan can be equipped with gold special attack gear cards, and titanium Bakugan, both core and special attack, can be equipped with titanium special attack gear cards. Gold and titanium gear cards, or hybrid gear cards as this format calls them, can be equipped onto any Bakugan, and gold and titanium, or hybrid Bakugan, can equip any special attack gear. Special attack gear cards are always attached to your Bakugan throughout the entire game. You can choose to swap your special attack gear cards, but however, that turn is used up and you cannot roll your Bakugan. The equipment rules also apply to swapping gears. Yes, in a similar vein to Gen 1, players take turns rolling onto gate cards. The youngest player goes first, then it progresses through youngest to oldest. If 2 Bakugan land on the same gate card, a battle ensues. Attack priority is decided by how fast the Bakugan is. The green bar decides the speed, so in theory, the base score is calculated by your Bakugan stats, plus the special attacks card stats for every stat. The winner of the speed match gets the first attack, which is decided by the blue bar. Attack means your opponent subtracts their base health, decided by the red bar, by your Bakugan's attack stat. If that opponent doesn't have 0 health, they attack your Bakugan next. The symbols on the gate cards are BAMs, which are stat doublers. If my Bakugan lands on a speed BAM, the combined speed stat of the character card and the special attack card are doubled. However, there is a maximum limit to the stats, which is 1500 for each stat. There are other ways to attack your opponent's Bakugan. One such way is through critical KOs. If a Bakugan stands on a gate card and knocks an opposing Bakugan out of that exact gate card, the Bakugan that was knocked out loses health equivalent to the attack stat of the character and special attack cards combined. There's also a way to recover health through double stands. If 2 of your Bakugan land on the same gate card, they are healed to their full combined health, claim that gate card, and return to the field. And the health recovery is dependent on the Bakugan character card plus the special attack card, not the combined health stat of both Bakugan. If a Bakugan is at 0 health, it goes to the dead zone. The dead zone is an area where Bakugan are not fit to battle, thus they cannot be used in brawls. The special attack gear card they have equipped goes to the arsenal. While it's in the arsenal, you can switch it out with any other gear as long as it follows the combination rules. Now let's move on to the glossary, starting with enemy territory. Enemy territory triggers if you land on an opposing gate card. This could be very useful in 4-player games, as you have approximately a 75% chance to trigger the effect of enemy territory. You can either boost your speed, trigger the draw ability, or trigger a reroll. Speaking of reroll, it allows you to roll a Bakugan if you miss a roll, or land on a BAM zone that's useless to you. Crash triggers when a Bakugan is hit by a critical KO. Crash gives some health to your Bakugan before damage is taken. If a Crash ability allows you to reroll instead, you roll twice if you have missed on that turn and if that Bakugan is not at 0 health. Or Crash can also trigger draw after the damage. Versus allows a Bakugan to gain stats depending on where they land. It triggers if that Bakugan is fighting a certain opposing Bakugan. And finally, Draw allows you to add a Brawler card from your used pile to your unused pile. That's all it does. Speaking of Brawler cards, they can be played at any time during the game, adding a bit of strategy to the game. Outside of that, the rules for them remain the same. They can only boost a certain stat depending on where you land on a Gates card. The first person to claim 4 Gates cards, as well as the last person with 3 Bakugan in their dead zone, win the game. Some extra rules that apply to this format. If you land in between two BAM zones, you get to choose the BAM out of the two closest zones to double, leaving in more versatility. In Virtual Brawling, you will need 8 gate cards, 4 for you and 4 for your opponent. Critical KOs in Virtual Brawling occur when you open on the exact same BAM zone on the exact same gates card as your opponent's Bakugan. And that's pretty much everything. A full document explaining the rules will be revealed soon, with passes for special treatment Bakugan. But first, what can be improved and what passes for special attack Bakugan minus Diamond and BAM boost could be added? Let me know your opinions in the comments. If you want to give the game a shot, there's a whole official Bakugan Arsenal hub in my Discord. The link will be in the description below.